morning, or what should I say, grand rising. Let's get it. Let's get out here. Took my shower. I feel good. Drank me some water. Now it's time to get on back. Turn, man. You got that refrigerated truck. That's y'all frozen foods right there. Oh, where all these people coming from? What the heck is going on? Going too fast. Hating these type of stops where you got so many cars coming by so fast, you can't even come out. So you gotta wait till everybody stop. Yeah, we up, out, and about. On this Saturn's Day. Yeah. What's up? Who was that in there? What's happening? Out here in these cornfields out here in Indiana. Right outside, I think it's Lafayette. Right outside of Lafayette. He was kind of going kind of fast on that turn. What's the word? What's the word? Feeling good, feeling strong, feeling healthy. I got some good sleep. Come on, lady. Still, the light turned green. She just still sitting there. Little cube car. So yeah, all I gotta do is get back to the yard and I'm off. I'm supposed to meet with one of the bros, talk some business. Supposed to take my old school car to go get the sunroof done. It looks like it's finna rain though. Damn, I didn't want it to rain. At least maybe it's just gonna rain here in Indiana. I don't know if it's supposed to rain in Chicago today. Looks like it's gonna rain. Y'all tell me. Look how dark it got right quick. It's gonna rain a little bit today. I thought it was supposed to be like 90-some degrees today. I don't know. I'm just getting back in town, so I'm really not sure what's gonna happen with the weather today, but yeah, I figure I just come on, show my face, talk to you all. What's going on? What y'all up to? What's going on in y'all world? What's going on? What's going on? Slow down a little bit. There we go. Where you checking in from? What part of the earth are you checking in from? Talking to me. Why y'all ain't talking? Is it early? Too early for y'all? This is late for me. I normally be up and out already, but since I know I wasn't that far from Chicago, I ain't gotta break my neck getting back. But I need to get back so I can drop this trailer off to be clean today. So I need to get my butt on back. got it, pick it up to get loaded. I don't know if he's gonna load it Sunday or Monday. And then I'm off the rest of the day. I'm off tomorrow. I'll start back again on Monday. We gotta go get loaded. And then from there, it's a loading. We call it a load and go. Load it and then start heading to I think Charleston, West Virginia. I've been there 50 to 60 times. Unload the load and then come right on back to Chicago. So I kind of like that little area. It's not big. It's not really crowded. Believe it or not, they got quite a few plants there. They do make some money in that little town. Well, it's a little city, it ain't a town. I think it's classified as a city. They got some really big, huge plants there, so most of the people work for the plants in that area. And they do pretty good. I think the chemical jobs probably pay right around $20 an hour. And for a small town, basically big, small city like that, that's pretty good money. You ain't got to drive maybe 5-6 miles to work. It's pretty good money. And it's pretty easy work too. Pretty easy work too. Notice that they make sure that they put them major companies. I should have got over already, but this dude behind me came speeding up. That guy right there. Slow down. They tend to put those major companies that pay really well, that ain't never probably going out of business. They tend to put them in the other people's next, or on the edge in the industrial district off their neighborhoods. They definitely keep them employed. And at the same time, they was paying all them jobs to leave our communities and go over to China. That's why when people were saying a couple days ago about us being lazy, no, they did that on purpose. How you gonna sit up here and say we were lazy when them companies were in the neighborhood, when they was actually in their neighborhoods originally, and then when we migrated up from the south, we kind of moved into those areas because of those jobs, and then that area basically took flight. They left, and then more of us filled those neighborhoods and had those jobs and was making good. We was making great money back then. Like in Detroit, oh my God, the auto industry, they was killing it. Then all of a sudden they started making these laws and doing all this flim-flam, and all them companies either moved out of them areas, went to Ohio and other parts of Michigan. And a lot of them, they shipped them jobs overseas. So they did. People gonna come back behind after all that history, don't even know the history, just say we lazy because somebody else said we were lazy. No, they did that intentionally, because when them areas were all white, they weren't thinking about moving them plants. They was not thinking about touching those plants, because that was their lifeline. So they moved all the little widget companies in other parts of Michigan and moved some of them into Ohio. So did. Took all the steel, because Detroit was getting all the steel from East Chicago, Indiana. And Gary, Indiana. And they still got a few, I think, one or two steel companies still there in Gary, but they're not producing like they did back in the day, because we buying cheap steel from China. Yep. Which I don't trust. I don't know where they putting that steel at, but I don't trust it. Because the Chinese are known to not be so forthcoming with information. So I don't trust it. A lot of this stuff I don't trust. Some things I do. Some things they can make real quality products, but then a lot of stuff they cut a lot of corners. And they can put whatever kind of label they want on stuff. So if they say, well, you're supposed to have certain standards about certain products, they could easily just say, yeah, we meet them standards and give you a fake certificate and all that. I don't really trust it. So I disagree with that person that was saying that yesterday about us being lazy. That's not true. We're probably the hardest working people on the planet. Easy. I think easy, bar none, because every place I've ever worked with them other folks, they was always trying to shirk their workload. They would go up front, take a whole hour getting a cup of coffee. They up there running their mouth. All kind of orders need to be filled in the back. They up front running their mouth to the people in the HR department, in the secretarial department, in the sales department. They got to hit every department up there while they get a cup of coffee, which take a whole freaking hour. They up there talking about fishing and guns and hunting and all that. And then we in the back working our tails off while they up there fraternizing. But we the lazy ones though. Or they would go, there's another thing they would do. They would be on the fork trucks running around, looking busy, looking like they're doing work. But then when you really pay close attention to them, I'm like, they think they slick. Okay. Or there's another thing they would do. They would go to the bathroom and stay in there out. What you having a baby in there? What, you delivering a child? What the hell are you doing in there? You need to go check out a doctor about what the hell is going on with you. You know what I mean? So while they're in there for that hour, guess who picking up the workload? Us. So all that us being lazy, that is just a flat out bald-faced lie. And you only will say some stuff like that if you want to believe it. You want to believe that. That's why you say stuff like that. But when you really pull back the curtain, we probably the hardest working people on planet Earth. Easy, bar none. And we got a little pride in our work. I don't just do anything. I try to make sure, if somebody decide to come behind me and check, I want all my stuff to be right and exact. And when I worked in the steel mill, that's exactly what happened. I would do my work, leave my workstation, because I was an industrial welder. I don't know if some of y'all that may be new over here, but my trade is industrial welding. MIG, TIG, and stick. So I got a job working in this little steel mill. I call it a steel mill, but it was just a safety grading company, which we did with a lot of steel, a lot of welding. We made a lot of aluminum ladders, that type of thing. So the little jig station that I was working, I take pride in my welding, right? I'm an excellent welder. So I'm doing my pieces and stacking them up on pallets, and then I was supposed to band them together and then shrink wrap them, right? And put them in the area, get the fork truck, and put them in the area getting ready to be shipped out. It's like a staging area. So when I do that, I take pride in it. So I had all my stuff bundled right, the pieces not leaning, everything standing up straight. The band's really tight. My shrink wrap looks like it makes sense. It's round there where it makes sense. It ain't all sloppy. So I go to lunch. And since, you know, I was the only one that looked like me that worked in the plant, the rest of them cats wouldn't eat with me. So I got tired of that stuff. So I would just either bring my lunch, sit out in the car in the parking lot and eat, or I would go in town to the Dairy Queen, the Burger King. I think it was a McDonald's there, and it was a grocery store. Sometimes I would just go get lunch meat and bread and make my own sandwiches, you know. Come back and use the microwave that was up front, right? So I'm up, and then I found an area up front where I could eat by myself on the floor, where it was a table at, and they all ate in the cafeteria. So I'm up front eating this particular day. So I finished early eating. So I said, let me go on back to my station and start getting the other pieces I need prep. You know, get some wire because I was running out of wire. Get some more pallets set up just so I can be ready to, you know, get ready to start working once my break is over with. So I come back there early. Guess who's standing over my station? Because the welding station was all the way in the back of the plant. So by the time I walked back there, it was taking like 4 minutes or so, 3-4 minutes to walk back there from the front. I get back there, the vice president of operations and the floor foreman are standing over my station looking at my work. And so their backs was turned because I'm coming from an opposite direction. So when they finally see me, I can see that nervous look in their face, you know? So I asked them, is everything okay, fellas? And they was like, yeah, we were just, you know, admiring your work. I said, okay, well, what do you think? They're like, man, you know, what did you learn? Where did you learn how to weld? I'm like, you're about the best welder we've ever had. And I told them, I said, I went to a really good school, and I had an excellent teacher, you know. And he taught me to have pride in my work because people's lives depend on them welds. And he was like, you're right. That's exactly right, because these are ladders, and these ladders were going up on billboards that's on the side of the road. So when you see those guys walking on those like catwalks, walking up them ladders and putting up those billboards on the side of the road, you know, they really up there high. And so the ladders that they use are aluminum, right? I guess so they won't rust or whatever. And so the runs on those ladders were the ones I was welding. So I told them, you know, I want to have pride in my work because people are walking on these stuff way up in the air, and if one of them runs break, they could, if they don't have harnesses, which I think now they make them wear harnesses, but if they, back in the day, I don't think they had that as a protocol. So people have been known to fall from their deaths from those billboards. Or if they didn't fall to their death, they messed up their spine and they was in wheelchairs. That's why they had to institute them wearing harnesses. Yeah. So just to show you, we're not lazy people. I was one of the best welders they had. There was over 100 and something, 50, maybe 150 employees. I was the only melanated person. Nobody else. No, do you hear me? Nobody else. I was the only one. Yeah. And I know why they was, real reason why they was looking on my work. They was hoping that it wasn't as good as it was because them guys did not like me being there. And I was good. They really didn't like that. They couldn't find a flaw. I was never really late. I didn't have no problem working overtime. We went to mandatory 10-hour shifts, 6 days a week. So I ain't had no problem because that was more money for me. I had a box Chevy back then, a blue one. So they gave me the extra money I need to buy me some little. Back then, that's when 20s was out. I had me some 20s. I had me some hammers, some 20-inch hammers on my Chevy. Sure did. I think I about been the only one back then with a box Chevy in the little town where I was at, because I was down south there. And I was in Carbondale. That's when I was going to college. I was the only one down there was a box Chevy on 20s. Now these guys are putting 32s on their freaking cars. This stuff is crazy. I had it when it was 20s. So did. And then that was the car that I was in that when I had my janitorial service and my window washing service, and I worked in the steel mill and went to school. So I don't know what people talking about us lazy. No, we are the epitome of trying to do the productive thing, the right thing. See, that's because people want to believe that narrative about us. We're not lazy in a little bit. Ain't crazy. I'm talking that crazy stuff. Yep. We get up early, and we just don't make a big, stink about the stuff that most of us are doing. We don't really talk about it. You see some people online bragging about what they do, which is cool. Hey, big up yourself. I ain't got no problem with that. I'm gonna congratulate you out here doing some stuff and you killing it. I'm happy for you. I ain't never been the type of dude who hate on other people's grind. No. If you got a really hellified grind, hey, I'm with you. What up, Isha? I see you. If we were lazy, then why are we responsible for keeping the U.S. economy afloat? Exactly. You're doggone right. Because we don't really, we don't have the access to capital. They won't allow us to have the access to large sums of capital so we can have our own manufacturing. Okay, so say if I want to open up a underwear manufacturer to rival Fruit of the Loom, I ain't going to the bank and ask them for no, 20, 30, 40 million dollars. Yeah, look at me and laugh. They gonna say, man, hey, they gonna be like, where the security at? Go get this guy up out of here. You know what I'm saying? And we can't put together that kind of bread. So we forced to basically be consumers. They won't let us be manufacturers, and they won't let us produce the stuff. You know what I'm saying? Because we need real access to capital. I mean real capital. 30, 40, 50, 60, $100 million worth of capital. They're not going, man, please. And for the folks who can put together that kind of bread, they won't. All our so-called famous celebrities, no, man, please. They're not going to put together that kind of capital. Now, we do have, like I said, Kanye doing his thing. Shout out to Kanye. And you got a few other folks still got clothing lines out here, but, they don't control the manufacturing of that clothing. Their name, they may approve the designs and lend their name to it, but do they have the facilities where they're producing the clothes and then employ and then put those factories in neighborhoods that they actually come from? They're not doing that. They're not doing that. They're partnering with other companies that's already producing clothes, and that's who's producing those things. That's what they're doing. So no, we are a long way from lazy. You know what I mean? And they keep us so at each other where we can't hardly put together any real funds to do anything. So they keep us in a service-based mindset, which means ultimately that we just end up being consumers because we don't produce that stuff. We might do some small scale stuff like candles and doing stuff like that. We could do shirts and hats, maybe do some pillows, some quilts. We could do some small scale stuff on our own, but to have major manufacturing, nah. They ain't gonna let us do that. I'll call them back, whoever that is. But we're doing a live right now. We out here in Indiana, in the middle of the cornfields. Yeah. Somebody out here growing stuff. I know most of this corn is probably going to be used for ethanol. It's going to be used to blend with fuel. You don't really see us doing that too much now because they've been buying up all our farms. Because you know they gave them subsidized. They subsidized most of the farms. You know, it's like you gonna pay them not to produce. You know what I mean? And then, if you remember back a few what was that? I want to say a couple of years ago, the black farmers that we do have was complaining that some of these seed houses were selling them inferior seeds, fake seeds that wasn't growing. They had a lawsuit. I wonder what happened with that lawsuit. They had put a lawsuit against them people. I haven't heard anything about it since then. I don't know if you all remember that. Well, yeah, we lazy though. We lazy. We the main ones be getting up in there. We early in the mornings going, taking our bus to work. You know what I'm saying? I love the hustle. I love the grind. Give you a reason to get up. And you starting to hear that a lot from our people. Oh, we're lazy. We're lazy. Yeah, right. We ain't lazy. And they only saying that because they feel like the other folks are producing all this, but they don't understand that they give them that access to capital like that. Let us come up with a widget. Not only do we don't get credit for that stuff, we're not going to get the full backing and push like they push these other companies. They just won't. You can't really blame them because it goes against the narrative. It goes against the narrative. I don't really blame them that, you know what I mean? I really don't blame them. Because if I was them and it was us in charge and we had the whole apparatus under our control, and then they would have to come to us to get funding for stuff, yeah, I would reject them too. So would. I know that ain't right, but that's the way I feel. Yeah, y'all can work a job. We're not gonna give y'all access to capital like that so y'all can compete against us. Because if we had to really compete fairly one-on-one with everything being equal, I think they dead in the water. Give us the same access to capital, give us the same access to manpower, human capital, right? Equipment, credit, and location. We will run circles around them people. I know it and they know it. That's why they keep us out, right? That's why they lobby so hard to close the door behind them once they get in. See, when people be talking that lazy mess, they don't never bring up all these truisms. They don't bring up these truisms that everybody's observing. They always just come down to is we lazy. That's why the playing field is uneven. Yeah, of course, super uneven. Yeah, actually, we ain't even on the field. We in the stands, or we watching it from television at home. You know what I'm saying? We ain't even on the field. We ain't on the field. Not at all. I remember I was going for a SBA loan. It wasn't that much, right? It was only like, I think it was 20,000, but we can still find a way to make it to the field. That's why they are amazed. Yeah, I agree with that. We can make it. Some of us can make it to the field, but the vast majority no. Because if you notice, like I said, I go state to state. Everywhere I go, These people got major industries jumping off in some of these places. I'm talking about these people, some of these regular smuggler, non-melanated people be sitting on $50-100 million plants in the middle of nowhere that nobody know nothing about. I go to these places, I'd be amazed. I'm not even gonna lie. We ain't got access to that type of stuff. We talking Kanye, Jay-Z type of money. And these be regular white folks. Oh, hey, I have the luxury to go to these places. And they be in the middle of these, like what these, if you look to the left or to the right, right of me? Let me get some water. I'm about to hyperventilate now. Right here to the right of me, all these cornfields, it'll be a road up here where I would turn in, go back about 2 or 3 miles back off the main highway, and it'd be a plant back there. That plant, when I be talking to some of the people, they be bringing in $30-40 million. And these be regular, smuggler, white folks. And I'm talking about these places exist all throughout the country, everywhere. So I kind of disagree, Isha. I go to our neighborhoods sometimes as well, and yeah, every now and then you'll see a factory that's in a black area. Like I go to Mississippi. There's a place I go to in Mississippi. Right across the street, I see people sitting on their porch. You know what I'm saying? Smoking cigarettes and talking, working on their cars. So I can clearly see the neighborhood is black. Right across the street from them is a major plant that produces paper. It's like a paper mill. This place bringing in $25, $30, $40 million a year. Right? Now they will hire some of the people from that neighborhood. But when it comes to like management and all that, supervisory and upper management, no, most of the upper management was white. I remember one time I went to this place, I want to say it's in Ohio. I went off the main road, back off in there, and it was an industrial district. Back there about 5 or 6 different companies, right? And making a killing. You look in the parking lot, all you see is $50, $60, $70, $80,000 pickup trucks. Those deluxe models. I'm like, God, dog. They got like $10 million worth of trucks sitting in the parking lot, the employees do. Okay? I'm telling you, we amazing people, but we ain't on the field. I can tell you that right now. We not even nowhere near the field. We at home watching from home. I mean, we making it do what it do, but nah. When I go anywhere in this country to any of these suppliers that I've been delivering to, I'm literally amazed at what I see. And I'm talking about these people produce everything you could think of. I'm talking about everything you could think of. And I'm thinking, if I was trying to get this plant, I would have to put together a proposal for about $20-25 million. And that's before I make a dime. Okay? We talking about the land, the stuff that be sitting on like 10 acres of land. Then you got 4 or 5 different bays for trucks to come in. They loading 10 trucks a day. A truckload may be 30, 20, up anywhere from 20 all the way up to $50,000 per truckload. They're doing 10 trucks a day. 6-7 days a week. I'm serious. All the foam products, all the installation. I go to installation places like what's that place? Coining, that pink installation. They got them all over the country. I deliver to them. No, they making big break, but they on the stock exchange. All the little foam, little balls you see at the post office. I go to the place that make them. I go to the place that produce the shellac or whatever varnish that they put on NBA basketball courts and college basketball courts. The places that make the wood for those courts, I deliver to them. All kind of stuff. It amazes me some of the places I be going, and I'm intrigued, so I be in there asking questions. You probably think I'm a spy, some type of corporate spy. I be in there asking all kind of stuff. Like, man, what do y'all do here? You know? Gasoline additive when I was doing that, that's big money. And they paid me big money to deliver that stuff. And you go to their facility, that's like $100 million facility. I can't, man, we all hold a candle to that stuff. What up, fam? I'm your sweet brother here in North Kakalaki. What up? What up, North Kakalaki? Yeah, I'm just explaining some of the places that I be delivering to, and when I go to these places, I'm just imagining if some of us own these type of facilities, the type of job and the type of wealth that we would be able to generate. You know, that little place that I worked when I was down south, that safety grading place, they had about 150 employees, right? And we were producing somewhere around $50 million worth of sales every year. And that one little building probably sat on about 10 acres, right? We had 3 shifts running 24 hours a day. And here we are. They's paying us, I think, back then, because that was back in, what year was that? I want to say that was 95 when I was working there. So they was paying us $10 an hour when I started. And then I got a raise over those 3 years I was there, and it got me up to $12 an hour back in 95. But that company back then in 95 was bringing in gross sales 50 million plus. Yep. And they was on the stock exchange. That one little company. It wasn't like they had no parent companies and, you know, you had all these other companies, other places. No, it was just that one place. I don't even know if they still around. I was there in 95. I think they're still around because you still see a lot of safety grading everywhere. You see a lot of it on trucks. I got some of that stuff on my truck right now that I used to produce. Yeah. And then the company, I worked for a company for a minute when I got back to Chicago. If only there was a vaccine for the individual mindset we now have. Yeah, well, I wouldn't suggest to go the vaccine route. I would say the folks who don't wake up are gonna just have less opportunities. For us to have woke up, or you just joking? Yeah, I get it, but I'm just saying, if we wake up, the ones that do wake up, we got the opportunity to really get some money. Hold on, let me get back to that SBA loan. Just loving the vibe, this vibration, the beautiful energy, much respect. What up, what up? I see you. Let me get back to the SBA loan. Let me show you how this stuff works. All right. Now I've been in business now 5 years with the trucks. I got 5 years worth of tax returns. Right. So I got to my accounting people. I had to put together the packet. you got to put your tax returns in there. You got to put profit and loss in there. You got to put an income statement in there. You had to do a few other things. Mission statement, your projections, all this type of stuff, right? So I had them put together everything that we need to put together. I had to write a resume. So I put together the packet. I sent it in. Boom. I got approved, guys. $20,000 SBA loan. I didn't want to shoot for the moon because they have a tendency of blocking us. Okay? We ask for too much money. They'll just automatically deny you because you're asking for too much. Please, family, remember to keep your immune system healthy. Absolutely, we definitely on that. So they approved me. Now this is the reason why I think they approved me, people, because my jacket that I turned in was top notch. Like I said, because I pay an accounting company, right? And in that accounting company, I got accountants that I can call. And I think I get an hour free consultation every month for free. So I call them and be asking them questions, and I have my stuff, I have some good questions to ask them. Plus, they had bookkeepers on staff, and I pay for that too, bookkeeping service, right? So my stuff looked damn good on paper. If you didn't know it was me, you would swear that this is somebody else's company. You would not know that this was a one-man corporation, okay? So I turned it in, and just based off of that paperwork, they approved me. I was surprised, right? So this is where I messed up at. And I'm gonna tell you how I messed up. So the people that I was going through, the bank that I was dealing with, right? They make you fill out like a client. It's kind of like to me, it reminds me of a client profile sheet. And on there, it asks, have I ever been convicted of a crime ever? And I'm just like, oh my God. So in my mind, I'm thinking, you know what my first mind is thinking, like, just go ahead and, don't be so forthcoming with information is what I was thinking. But I was like, nah, because I'm trying to do the right thing. I'm a legitimate businessman now. I have the credentials, and I have the record, and I have the funds, the income, and everything to back it up. So I said, let me be truthful. They already approved me. So this is like a secondary stage before they give you the money. So I filled it out. I was truthful. I turned it in. Oh my God. People, they went ballistic. They sent back a preconditioned thing now. So now, since I said that on that client profile, now they want me to turn in official court transcripts of my background. I don't even know how to go about to get the official transcripts. So luckily, I got my business partner in real estate, because we do real estate. I do some real estate on the side. No, I don't tell y'all about it, but yeah, I do real estate deals on the side, and I got a partner. So me and him do things over there, and so he's real knowledgeable brother I met down when I was in college. So I called him up and leaned on his business brain, and he was like, don't worry about it, because I know you're on the road. I'll find out what you got to do, and when you find out if there's a fee associated with it, I'll go ahead and take care of it, and then you just reimburse me later. So I was like, love. So I gave him all my information, my social, my date of birth, where I was born at, where the offenses took place, what year, about rough year, what the sentence was, all the information that he needed. And sure enough, him being the genius that he is, he went out and found where I was supposed to get that information at. Sent some people over there, and they got the information, got the transcript, and then he emailed the transcript. He scanned it to the computer. He emailed the transcript to my email account. I cashed out to him the money. I think it was like $117 or something like that, $147. I can't remember exactly what it was for the official court transcript from the circuit court. So I got it, right? So I sent it over to the bank. And do you know they couldn't even tell what the heck they was reading? They asked me to write a, this stuff is crazy. They said, after I sent the transcript over to the bank, they sent me a email saying, basically, what I took from it was that they didn't understand what the hell it was saying, right? And that they wanted me to write, what was it? They wanted me to write basically explaining what all that meant, what actually happened. You know what I mean? Yeah, basically a statement, but it was like, I forgot what the word they used. It wasn't a statement what they used. That's basically what it is. And so I was like, oh my God. So I had to sit there and I used, you know, flowery language to make it, you know, not as, just to kind of, you know, smooth it over a little bit. So I used some real flowery language when I wrote it. And I sent it back over there, right? They sat on it for about 2 weeks, sent it back. Now I'm denied for the loan. Well, initially they sent me the approval. Now I'm denied. We'll give that a few minutes to sink in, people. Now I'm denied. I ain't gonna even tell you how upset I was, because that was the money I was gonna use to grow the company to the fact that I wanted to pay off a couple debts, right? And then I wanted to put myself in a position to hire more drivers. And that's what I was doing with the money. I had a few things I need to pay on my credit. It wasn't that bad. I think it was like maybe $4,000. So I would have paid $4,000 for that. They should have asked you about your past in the beginning. But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. That initial contract, that initial application don't have that language on there. It don't even ask you that, right? It don't ask you that. I think what I should have done, right? I probably should have did everything online, because I went into the bank. So now they get a chance to actually see me, you know? So I should have just did the whole application process online. But see, here's the trick, guys. Even if you do the process online, before they release the funds, they make you come and meet the banker at the bank. And that's just mean they were trying to find a reason to deny you. Yes, that's my point. That's my whole point, what I'm trying to say, Isha. When I turned in my jacket with all that business information in there, it looked so good that they probably thought that I wasn't black. See, that's what it was. Because most black people can't put together a jacket like that. I know they can't. Okay? I done been in plenty of business seminars. I done had 2 or 3 business counselors. I had a business counselor when I was down at the university. When I got back into Chicago from school, I had business counselors, older men, white, and they was white. I was in the Chamber of Commerce, all that. So I know when I put together a proposal, I know it's going to be stellar, because I know who to go talk to to make sure that I do the right thing. So when I put those things forth, it looks so good. If you don't see me, you're gonna assume that that's somebody else. I know. They think, yeah, exactly. It's a hidden step for us. So even if I apply, because you can apply for those loans online. Hey, what else, Sweetberry? Grand rising to you. Yeah, you can apply for those loans online, but eventually, even if you approve initially, before they release those funds, they're gonna want you to come into the office to see you. Yep. Before we give this loan, we need to take a drug test. Yeah, take your blood type. Absolutely. Please excuse me, my charger. No problem. I figured, I come on early. You dig? I'm feeling good, feeling great. There I go. Got my little South Africa on. Took my nice shower, hot shower. Put on my smell good. I'm feeling good. I'm off today. All I gotta do is get back to Chicago. I'm probably about about 50 minutes to an hour away from Chicago now. So I'm off once I get there. And why are they going so slow over here? Only got to do a couple things today. But let me get back to the story before I lose track of what I was trying to say with this. Because the only reason why I really needed that money is because I really didn't need it, to be honest with you. Okay? I really didn't need it. But the reason why I was doing it, so I can establish a track record with the bank. What up, what up? Chi-Town, baby. You did West Side. What's going on? Grand rising to you. Rise and grind. The reason why I wanted to get that money is to establish, okay, because in order to get these people to release the big money, they only gonna give us like 10, 20, 30, no more than 50,000. I know a lot of people think that that's a lot of money, but it really ain't, especially in the trucking business. You know what I mean? So what I wanted to do was get that, pay that little debt I had to pay off, right? Up my business credit score, because I got a Dunn and Bradstreet number. That's why it was cracking. I got a Dunn and Bradstreet number, right? And so I was trying to establish my business credit separate from my personal credit, right? So I can have business credit cards, right? That type of thing. And ultimately be able to go to places and get lines of credit levied against my company, right? So I was gonna pay that money back with the quickness early and then go right back in and ask them for 30 or 40 or even 50,000. And with that money, what I was gonna do is use it as operating capital, right? To cover my personal salary, right? To do preventative maintenance on the truck, stuff that I can write off later, and then leave the rest in there to have a certain cushion in your account. So when you're applying for credit other places, they're gonna want you to, they want to find out how much money you generating, you see? I'm sure they gave other whites. Of course, I bet you they have. I already know they have. Yeah, good faith loans, exactly. Okay? That's the reason why I was asking for it, because you got to get to 20 in order to get to 50, in order to go there and ask for 100,000, and then ultimately $250,000, $500,000, and then all the way to $1 million. Because they will give you that money, but you have to establish it. But now I see, and I know because I went through the process, they will not give us money. Even though they be saying all this stuff about giving ex-offenders this and giving ex-offenders that. They supposed to have all these programs in place, but here go one, and then here's the thing, I've been out like 28 years. You know, I'm almost at 30 years out. ain't had a speeding ticket since. So you can't just like, why are you still holding that over my head? Then I've been in the trucking business now 6 years, going on 6 years now. And I got 5 years of tax returns with paying taxes. So I said, that's okay. I got a trick up my sleeve. You know what I mean? It's more than one way to skin a cat. More than one way to skin a cat. So what I'm gonna do, this how I'm gonna tell y'all how we can do this. Well, how I'm gonna do this. Let's see. We have to loan money to our own people. We can keep relying, so we don't have to keep relying on them. That's true. But here's what I'm gonna do. All right. I'm gonna have my resident agent. I don't know if y'all know what a resident agent is, but I have a resident agent that I pay for, right? I'm gonna have them. I'm gonna have to do some minutes. Y'all know what corporate minutes are, so I'm gonna do some corporate minutes, right? And then I'm gonna bring a few people in. I'm gonna create a board of directors and bring on like myself and my two trucking buddies, and maybe my two cousins, the ones that I can, you know, I feel good about, trust, I talk to and confide in. So I'm gonna create a corporate board and get them some titles, and then all I'm gonna do is put us on a conference call together or a Zoom call, right? And get them to agree, right? And then just do the corporate minutes. Take that, give it to the resident agent, and what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna step down. I'm gonna step down as owner, CEO, and president, right? And I'm gonna step down to probably secretary and treasurer. And then as my son get here, do this corporate board, we gonna all unanimously vote my son as president and CEO of Go H.A.M Trucking, right? My son has a squeaky clean record, right? And then what we gonna do is we're gonna give him a couple years or a year or so of working with the company, right? And then we'll go to the accountants and the bookkeepers, and we'll reapply through my son as the owner of the company. Yeah. It's more one way to skin a cat, guys. Because my son don't know how to put together that kind of package, but I do, right? And it ain't like I know how to do it with my own hands. I know what's required. So all I got to do is tell them what to do. They'll put it together, send it to me, we'll submit it. Okay? And everything my son needs to do, right, I'll work with him to do it. All that other stuff that they be asking for, right? And we'll get that money. Yeah, I've been working on this. Look, I've been working on these type of ideas 30-something years. This ain't, because I knew that they was full of shit when they used to tell us, yeah, we got these programs for ex-offenders to get in business, right? They ain't trying to give us no millions, okay? Because ultimately, I want to get some millions out of these folks. We gonna pay it back, but I got an idea on how we gonna do that, okay? Pay up any corporate credit that I have out there, right? Take that money and buy more equipment, more trucks. Go buy a lot, right? Now here's what I'm thinking. Before I leave here to go to Africa, this is the things I'm doing here. That's why when I was telling Go Black, he was saying, you know, retire and go over there now. I'm like, no, because I'm still working on my projects here. So I need my son to come back now so I can complete it before I leave. So take that money. I see real estate open everywhere, right? Go out and buy maybe, I don't know, 5 acres. Or find an old abandoned warehouse that has huge parking lots. Tear that building down, smooth it all out, put a big 15-foot gate with barbed wire at the top around it, with a keypad and an electric gate that open like this and shut like that, and then have that as truck parking. Yeah, have it as truck parking, right? Charge, because by being like concrete, we'll have people come in with lights, cameras. I'll put like a little trailer there where it's gonna have showers, it's gonna have a bathroom, and it's gonna have like a TV lounge, right? So for guys that are coming from other places, or they need to just have time to just get up early in the morning, they don't want to leave the truck for whatever reason, they can stay there and take care of their business or whatever, and then charge people $200 to park. I'm thinking I should be able to get about 200 trucks to park there. So just think 200 trucks at $200 a piece, just for parking. Yeah. And then do automatic debit out of their account. Right? This is gonna be the money that we're gonna use to pay back the loan, and take the rest of that money and buy trucks. Well, oh yeah, trucking business is a good investment. My dad is also on operator. That's what's up. And then take the rest of that money, buy a few trucks, and try to bring, I want to try to get my son to talk to some of his wrestling buddies from high school, right? But they all remember me because I was like, you know, I was that dad at all the meets, bringing bananas and, you know, bags of apples, cases of water, and try to get some of them to come and work for our company. You see what I mean? So put them in them trucks. All we need is about 4 trucks on the road at one time. We could pay that loan back in about 36 months. $1 billion loan back in 36 months. Yeah. And end up with the trucks paid for, right? And have that land paid for with 200 trucks parking on it. That's what I'm talking about. See, they don't want us to really get no real money. That's why I say, if they level the playing field and give us the same access to capital as they have access to, they'd be in trouble. And they know that. That's why they make every effort to derail and discourage at every turn. But I got a way around it. Yeah, that's why I've been trying to talk to some of my other guys, but they just, I guess because they really ain't really into business like that, so they can't see it. I didn't talk, man, and most of the guys that I'm cool with, they mostly military, so they got squeaky clean. Look at this person here. What the fuck was that? Look at this person. Lord have mercy. Show y'all what I'm seeing. Just dumb. You riding the median like that. Where's the police? See, people like that I want the police to get. Because you might end up killing somebody today with that mess. Crazy. Now back in the shy, y'all. I'm in Gary right now, Indiana. So yeah, I already, you know, that's why I was telling my son, you know, he was like, well, you know, Dad, I was thinking about this. Man, look, I ain't trying to hit none of that, son. You don't understand. You don't understand how business works. I can easily get this done. It's gonna cost me what? Maybe $300-400 to switch our names on the corporate the role. That's all it's gonna take. He got good credit because I taught him about credit before he left. You know what I mean? So his personal credit is good. And then when I get him over here, we're gonna pay up the few debts that I have against the company. We're gonna have that taken care of, and then we're gonna give him about 1.5 years of working over here. And then we're gonna go ahead switch. We're gonna switch that immediately. As soon as he get out and he start working over here, we're gonna hurry up and switch that the stuff, the names, and then Let them work over here for about a year, and then we'll go ahead and reapply for those SBA loans. Yeah, y'all ain't ready. Hey, I wasn't discouraged a little bit. I was upset because I had got approved, and I was like, man, maybe I was, maybe I was hasty in my judgment of thinking about these programs, because I was really, thinking like, oh, they full of junk. They ain't gonna get nobody no money. They talk all that good game stuff, but they ain't really gonna get nobody no money. And sure enough, they didn't give me that money. Did you get the COVID PPP loan? No, I didn't apply for it. I mean, I don't need it. I don't need it. Nope. That's little money. I'm talking about millions, West Coast. I'm talking about millions, and we need to do that through SB, Small Business Administration. Okay. When he get here, I'm gonna go ahead and finally do all the paperwork I need to do. I just didn't want to do it in my name. I'm gonna do it in his name to get the minority business enterprise designation. Okay. I don't know if y'all know how to go fill that out, but I do. I could have done it a long time ago when I first started the company. Well, actually, you got to do it after, I think, 2 years. Was it 3 years? You got to have 3 years worth of tax returns. So now I got 5 going on 6. So I didn't want to get it in my name because they're going to scrutinize the hell out of me. I already see that. That's why I'm going to wait till my son get here, do all the switcheroo on the naming part, and then allow him to apply for the MBE designation, so we could be considered, because I think it's just minority-owned enterprise that you do now. I don't think it's black-owned no more. I think it's a minority enterprise. And I think it's disadvantaged something too. You can apply for that designation. So it's 2 we can apply for. And what that will give us access to bid on state, local, and federal contracts dealing with trucking. Y'all probably don't understand how big this stuff is, but it's really big. Because on those accounts, you can get an account to pull flammable. Since I got hazmat, and I'm telling my son to get hazmat on his license, we can deliver fuel to IDOT, Department of Transportation. When you see the salt trucks, and you see those trucks where they be on the road doing the sprinkling out the tar and painting the highways, those trucks, you could deliver fuel to their well, I guess they call it the clubhouse. And those contracts pay really good. You could do that for the city, you could do that for the local municipalities, and you could do for like police departments, public works, streets and sand for cities. You could do the state boys. Yeah, there's big money in that. And they usually don't let folks that look like us into these industries. But since I've been delivered to them, because I worked for a few folks and they had the contract for it, and of course they were white, and I was just a contractor. You know what I mean? So since I know that these things exist, all I gotta do is get our company in a situation where we can apply for them. So then that's gonna need more trucks, right? Yeah. And those are pretty good jobs. First year of me paying a truck driver will probably be somewhere around, depending on how good they are, probably about 70K. And as you get better with it, you can probably up that salary to about 90K. It's what I'll be able to pay a driver. I'll be able to pay a driver 90K. Boy, but you know how much I'll be making. You dig? And that's with me owning the truck and putting fuel in the truck and doing maintenance. Yeah. Yep. So, hey, y'all, hey, this is the reason why, guys. They got to try to keep us out, but by the fact, I know, right? This is the reason why they got to keep us out. Because if they show us something, Guess what? We can do it better. That's why they make sure we don't have access to capital. That's why I started talking about this, because they make sure you don't have access to capital. But it's more than one way to skin a cat. You know what I mean? And I think my son can apply for. Matter of fact, we qualify for 3 designations: MBE, Minority Business Enterprise, Disadvantaged Minority. I think it's Disadvantaged Minority Enterprise designation. That's 2, and we could probably apply for Veteran-owned designation. I think it is. I want to say it is. I can't remember, but I got a list somewhere in here. And if by him getting out and he'll be a vet, we'll go ahead and apply for all 3 and just pay the funds. They have to come out and inspect the trucks and all that stuff. They look at your financials. You can't owe nobody, so I got to pay up the little debts we do owe. What else? They look and see if you got any employees. So basically, I'm gonna turn myself into just an employee of the company, and my son is gonna be the CEO. Yeah, everybody, he got a squeaky clean background, no blemishes, never had a speeding ticket, he ain't ever had a parking ticket, nothing. Oh, it's over with, people. It's over with. This is what you're supposed to be doing with your kids. Right, their survival depends on keeping us down. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. And then that'll give us the wherewithal to apply for sealed bids. And now when you apply for, and see, I applied for sealed bids in the past, so I know how to make us look like $10 million company on paper. See, I know how to hire the right folks to put that stuff together. I would get grant writers, professional grant writers, right? I would get the accounting team, the bookkeeping team. I'll probably go and hire a tax attorney, right? Yeah. So when we put them sealed bids in, we put that packet together and send it off, and they open that bad boy up, we gonna get that money. I already know. We just got to be able to service those contracts, though. That's the issue. Because even if you win a contract, what I've learned, I took a couple classes and seminars dealing with the MBE designation program. Your name goes into a registry. Once they give you the designation, your name goes into a registry and you get a number, right? And then your name is in that registry. And then it has like your name of your company, that number, your designation behind it. Then it has your address, your phone number, your email address, your Duns and Bradstreet number. What else? I think your rating with them. Website, fax number, phone number. What else? I think that's it. It goes into a digital registry. So certain government agencies can go on that registry, and if it's not a sealed bid process, they could just call you. They can get your information off that registry and call you and ask you to submit a bid for XYZ. And then the other thing that's good with this process, I don't know if you guys know this, once you get the designation, it gives you the ability to apply for sealed bids in any aspect. So it ain't got to be just trucking. Let's say the federal government has a sealed bid process and they want pens, or they want legal notepads, or they want clipboards, or they want Velcro for some reason. You can apply a sealed bid for Velcro, even though I'm mostly doing trucking. So then I will have to find a Velcro company, right, that'll give me that Velcro for wholesale prices, and then I can turn around and mark it up super duper high for the federal government. And if they pick my, if they open up the bids the sealed bids, and I win the bid, then I got to be able to supply the federal government nationally with Velcro. Yeah. That MBE designation, I maybe need to teach a class on that. Because I know, I can almost guarantee you a lot of folks don't know about this. We've heard of it, but I bet you I don't know how it works. Before I took those classes and those seminars, I ain't know how it worked. I thought I knew, but I didn't have no clue that you could do all that with it. So that's the only reason why I haven't applied for it. Because they probably find a way to disqualify me because of my background. They can't do my son, especially if he's the CEO of H.A.M Trucking. I'm just reduce myself down to secretary, treasurer, and an employee of the company. Yeah, that way I ain't got to put my name associated with nothing. And then I already put him on as a what do they call that? You know, a person that can use my account. So H.A.M Trucking business account, my son is on there. So when he gets here, I'm gonna get him a card, all that. Okay. So we gonna skin this cat. Sure is. And if anybody want to know, y'all want me to teach a class on it, I will. Y'all let me know. Because I know a lot of y'all probably, especially if y'all ain't got no background, a lot of y'all could probably qualify for some stuff. You know what I mean? Y'all got squeaky clean backgrounds and you got decent credit. Okay? And you can produce the tax return. I think you got either 2 years or 3 years. I can't quite remember now. Right? Worth of tax returns if you have a business. Good morning. Good morning. What's going on, Miss Bright? How you doing? That's if you all got a business and you've been paying taxes, though. I should add that. You know what I'm saying? I should add that before we get carried away, because you do have to be in the business for 3 years. And then when you apply for that designation, the MBE people, they come out to your location. Yeah. So like, even if I don't have a office, I'm just basically using like a home office. They're not gonna come to a home office, but what they will do is want to meet with you or whatever. You know what I mean? So when I contacted them, they said that I told them that I use the truck as my home office, is what I told them. And they was like, okay, cool, we can rock with that. You just would when we get ready to have the face-to-face, I got a nice thinking like when we do the face-to-face meeting, you just tell us on the yard, give us the address to the yard where you park your truck, and then we will meet you at the truck. That's what they told me. I'm like, hey, cool, I could go with that. But then when after I got denied for the SBA loan, I started rethinking it, because I was doing this around the same time. I was like, nah, maybe I better wait till my son get here, and then we're gonna switch it around. Yeah, it's more than one way to skin a cat. Get to them millions, and then, you know what I'm saying, we get the assets, get those trucks paid for, get that lot jumping off. Yeah. And then once we do that and get that rolling right, then I'll probably suggest to my son, hey, look, since we got this lot stuff on fleek, let's go to other states, because I know other states really well now. So let's go to other states and buy land and have truck parking in other states. Yeah, because the way I want to do it, I want the lots to be concrete. Most of the lots where trucks park are gravel. We hate that, because when it gets muddy from rain, you track all that mud in your truck. So that's why I want concrete, which that makes the rent that you ask for more, because the concrete 10 acres. That takes a minute. It takes a lot. Come on, man, bro. Come on, lady, go. Go. They be looking like the deer in the headlight because they see a truck coming. Trying to turn. Goofy lady. Trying to make a right turn. She just standing there looking at me. Go. Yeah, so forgot exactly what I was saying. She made me forget what I was saying. The more they try to keep us down, the smarter we get. Yeah. You know? What they did was basically allow me to go through the process, and now I know exactly what the process is now, and I know why I got turned down. See, when I do that with my son, he ain't gonna get turned down. See, he ain't got that. He ain't gonna have that stigma. I just got to give him at least a full year to work as the CEO, and then once we do that first year taxes that he here, then we could go ahead and apply for it. So good. Yep. And I'm gonna get that resident agent to do all that legal stuff behind the scenes with the company so it's done correctly. I don't know what they're gonna charge me, but whatever they charge me, I'm paying it. And they ain't gonna get no arguments out of me. I'm paying it so they can do that right. So when we go to pull that information, right? Because I got the company registered in Delaware. You know, if y'all didn't know, Delaware has over 50% of or corporations are based in Delaware in America. 50% of them. The other 50% is spread out among the other 48 states. Because they have a corporate-friendly structure in that state. That's why most people do it in Delaware. Yep. There you go, man. What up, what up, what up? I see you. How you doing? I finally made it to the yard. I'm home, baby. Chi-town. Down to tear it down. The rain seems like it's gonna hold off, so I could get parked. Matter of fact, let's see if they want me to bring this. They want me to bring this trailer in for washing. Let me see. See anybody? They got every bay full anyway, so they can't take them. I'm just gonna park it right here where they can see it. Can I park it here? Let's see. Yep, I can park right here. But I know they need this trailer washed immediately. Yeah, man. So business is where it is, people. So if y'all want me to teach a class on it, you let me know. I'll go ahead and dig out my paperwork and some of the videos that I watched. I can put y'all onto them, and y'all can watch them ahead of time, and then we can sit here and converse about it as a group, because I want to see everybody win. See, that's why we gotta get. That's why I'm trying to show by example. We got to get out of that negative, want to be right about trivial shit. I ain't into that. I'm not in trying to be right about trivial shit, the shit that don't mean nothing. But when it come to real shit like this, what you'll notice is mugs don't know, and it's a reason why we don't know. Why are you making that noise? Oh, shoot. There we go. Easy peasy, baby. Easy peasy. I'll clean my truck out tomorrow. It definitely need to be clean. I saw Sweet Berry getting on me about my little dirty corner over here. I just throw stuff over there. When I get a chance, I get over there and clean it up. It ain't gonna take but a minute. That's my computer, guys. We use tablets. It's my computer. So, on duty. And I do my my post-trip. Got a garbage can nearby. I got trash I need to throw away. They took all that freaking garbage cans from over here. Say, I need to get me a pad ASAP. You do? Shit, I got like 3 of them. Well, I got, let's see, 1, 2. Yeah, I got 2 with me. I got a little one. I got one like this size, then I got a big one. And then I got another one this size that my nephew, I paid for my nephew to have one. This moment needs more people like you. This movement. I am tired of the competition that occurs between black folks for no reason at all. Exactly, because there's no freaking money involved. We want to just be able to say we right about some stuff, and then the stuff we want to be right about is trivial. It's not going to put no money in people's pocket. It ain't going to improve their health, none of that. Okay, I ain't trying to get everything right. I'm just trying to give you the gist of it, so at least you could be thinking of it, because these funds are out here. Like I was telling us about, we get stopped by the police and they do it and they search us unjustly, right? Violate our rights. We need to be suing. The reason why we don't is because we don't know. But we know about all the trivial stuff that don't mean nothing. But then when it comes to stuff like that, when our rights are being violated as black folks, right? If we turned around and sue these departments, sue these cities, municipalities, these local areas, if we sue every time, I guarantee you, they'll be telling them, hey, pull back on that. Let's not violate these people's rights, because we can't afford to keep paying out these suits or settling out of court. You don't hear people talking about that. Now I'm talking about a subject now probably a lot of y'all don't know nothing about. Okay? And it ain't to show that I know it all. It's I did take the time to sit in those classes. What I supposed to say? I spent time in those classes. I made phone calls. I was on the internet doing the work. I had got all the paperwork together and I was putting it together, and I was thinking like, damn, maybe I should wait till my son get here, because if I put it in, I might have to go through this same stuff that they don't want to forgive you after 28 years. I've been out 28 years. Then had like 5 businesses since I've been out. So this is what I do. So I'm not bragging, because some people, oh, you just bragging. How the hell am I bragging? I'm just telling you about the shit that I actually done. And if you ain't never heard about it, why do you assume that that's bragging? I don't get it. It's like the dumbest shit in the world. I had to sit in those classes. I had to make them phone calls. I had to do the due diligence on the internet. Had to call people and had to ask questions, and I had to sound dumb because I didn't know. Nobody tell you this stuff. And it started with this mentor. I went downtown. I'm gonna give y'all another key for you people who want to really get into some serious business, or even some minor business. Every city has a score. Okay, it's the retired executives. They retire from their respective industries, and then they join SCORE as a volunteer group. And what they do is they teach new and struggling entrepreneurs about business, to do things the correct way. So here, let me see, when people say those things, it shows they're envious and ignorant. Exactly, Sweetberry. Here in Chicago, it's downtown. The SCORE organization is downtown, right? You could go on the internet and just type in SCORE, right? SCORE is a great resource. Exactly, right? I remember hearing about SCORE. That's what's up. The system is set up for a black man to fail economically. Yeah, but we can win though. That's what I'm explaining to you all. we could win. All we have to do is change our mindset a little bit. SCORE exists. All right. Some colleges where you all live have a business incubator. Right? Now, my buddy here opened up a business incubator. Business incubator is supposed to take new entrepreneurs, bring you in, teach you how to write a business plan, how to do proposals, profit and loss statements, income statements, how to set up your bookkeeping, business bank account, your Duns and Brad number, how to get it, how to establish business business credit, right? Do projections, all that type of stuff, right? You go there, it's free. Free for the free. It's for the free. Did I say free? It's free. But what does it cost you? It costs you time. That's what it costs you. It costs you time. I put the time in and went to those places. I think there's one incubator I went to in college. I went there 8 months in a row. The man was so impressed by my due diligence and my tenacity that I never gave up. Got the plan. I got my business plan finished. That sucker was on point. Took 8 months. Now I could do one in like a week. But back then, that's when I first had got out. I think this was in 93 was the first one I done. Man, that business proposal was so on point that the man felt so comfortable with it. We put in for 3 business startup competitions. Do you know I won? Hey, you talk about a Negro that was flying high? Boy, my head was in the clouds. First plan that I ever put together, and I put it into a contest and won. Yeah, they had a write-up in the paper. Look, they had a write-up in the paper, and not only was the write-up in the paper, they gave me a grant for $15,000 that I didn't have to pay back. Seed money, startup money. Man, you talking about a Negro that was on 10. I was on 12. I swear to God. Man, I went out and bought a van, carpet cleaning equipment, all my window washing stuff. I went and bought brand new Kirby vacuums. That's when Kirby was big. What else did I buy? Brooms, push brooms, dustpans, garbage cans, all my industrial cleaners, the big heavy duty garbage bags, a caddy, you know, the caddy where you got your Lysol, this, that, the cleaner, window cleaner, and paper towels and all that squeegee on a little caddy. Man, had me some employees. I had 2 people working, husband and wife team that cleaned up the properties. I had 4 contracts. One lounge bar, right? I had 2 doctor offices. They were eye doctor offices, and then I had an apartment building where we was doing apartment cleaning, right? So when students would move out, because I was down at the university, so when students would move out, I would send my people in to clean those apartments. Man, I was killing. Had me a box Chevy, you know what I'm saying? I was killing. I was loving it. I noticed in order to have ambition, you have to have a good diet so your body and your brain can work properly. Exactly. Well, I'm a vegetarian, baby. I was referring to the prison industrial complex and never being able to repay the debt even after 28 years. Yeah, that's true, but all that does is give me the brain power how to outthink them. See, when my son come in, all the stuff that I've taken the time to learn, my son ain't got to sit through all them classes. He ain't got to do 8 months of writing a business plan. He ain't got to go to SCORE. He ain't got to do none of that stuff. I've already done it. So when he get here, after the 1 year, we can hit the ground running. That's what I'm talking about. We can hit the ground running. Let me get out and unhook from this truck. Give me a few minutes, guys. You can converse with each other in the chat. There we go. Whew. It's hot out here, boy. I thought it was gonna be hot today. Y'all didn't talk to each other in chat? But yeah, so y'all let me know if you want me to put together a little something. You all can do a little research on your own as well, so that way we can chop it up. And for folks who might want to take advantage, because like I said, that's the reason why I'm trying to explain to people how important dual citizenship is. We can be applying for these type of things, especially some of you all, because some of you all got squeaky clean records, so y'all could probably qualify and get them small micro loans for right now through SBA, through the small business portion of it. Forget all that PPP loan. We ain't talking about that. I'm talking about something totally different, because in order to get the big money, you need to go through this particular program. Okay? Do business over there and do business over here. That's what I'm talking about. So, yeah, I'm going to be over in Africa, absolutely. But that's why I'm saying I'm going to be setting up all that stuff over here. So my kid, only got the one here, and my nephew now can have a job, because I got to be able to show them, you know, you ain't got to work for them other people. I know y'all don't believe, because they believe the hype too. They don't believe in black men. I'm your uncle, and I know how to do all this stuff, and they don't believe me. I done tried talking to each one of them. Hey man, but you know, one of them is 31, the other one is like 27. I tried talking to them. Hey man, come on with y'all, come work with me. They come up with all these lame duck excuses. I'm like, look, I'm not gonna try to force y'all to get no money, man. If y'all want to go out here and wash dishes and cook at a restaurant, hey, that's cool. But dude, y'all can make 50 times the money working out here with me. And somehow, because they don't understand it. They don't understand business. They didn't grow up in business. And I'm trying to tell them, like, I'm your uncle. I'm not here to do anything other than help you make some money. Y'all got stuff backwards, man. But that's cool. I said, that's cool. Y'all keep thinking that. Y'all keep thinking that. What we're going to do is we're going to wait till my son to get here, because my son is in their age range, right? My son 25, my one nephew 27, and the other one is 31. So they in the same age as my son. Damn, I should have backed up. They're in the same age range as my son. So when my son get back, because now he already went to the Navy, right? Been all over the world, been posting pictures, let people see. So I'm thinking when he gets back, we get him in the truck, and I don't know what's his favorite car right now, but whatever his favorite car is, he gonna be able to get it real short, real shortly. And I'll make sure when he gets it that we just take a spin over on the west side and ride down on my nephew and them, see what they think. They're not only to get on board until they see you drive the Bentley. Yeah, that's true. I won't buy no Bentley, but you know, they just don't get it. You know, I drive stuff that they can't buy now. I've been driving stuff that they can't drive. They just think it's something that it's, to them it's like some type of trickery in it. You know what I'm saying? Because they not that learned when it comes to, you know, that type of book smarts. And I'm telling you, you ain't got to be. Just follow your uncle. Let me tell you. Let me show you. I understand y'all not really book smart like me. I get it. You know, I get it. Y'all could be, but you don't want to. You got to invest time. It ain't the fact that I think I'm smarter than everybody else. I'm just willing to put the time in. I'm willing to look silly. I'm willing to ask them stupid questions. You know, I'm willing to, you know, people to be, damn, you ask me that again? I don't care, because eventually I'm going to get it. And when it's all said and done, who you gonna get the credit? Me. I'm gonna get the credit. I'm just backing into my parking space. So I'll leave the camera on me so y'all can't see where I'm parking at. See these nice vehicles over here. I got my old school sitting over here too. Get the fence back. Let me make sure. Yeah, I think it's good. But yeah, let me get off the clock. Get off my clock. Get off the clock, baby. Come on. You ain't moving fast enough. Oh, excuse me. Post trip done. Excuse me. Post trip done. So now that's done. Get off the clock. Off the clock. You see it? It say off, baby. See that off is illuminated? Off. I love that. Now let me let them know that I'm back at home base. This sends a message to the system to let the manager and the dispatcher know, even though they don't work today, they at home and they got their computers and stuff at home. So it'll send a email to them letting them know that I'm back at home base, what time I got here. So that trailer that I brought in, right, once I do this, they're going to get that message and they're going to tell them to clean it. I'm in a cleaning spot too. Arrived at the stop. There we go. Done. I gotta take pictures of my I gotta take pictures of my bill of lading, the bill, and my sheet. This is what we get paid off of right here, guys. Definitely I had this. I gotta write down my ending mileage, and I'm done for the day, people. 69116. Yep. You see, I write up everything. You see all that writing down there? Basically telling them what I was doing. We read my stuff, they be like, man, you write up everything, don't you? Yup, sure do. So I learned to write everything that way, you know. One, they don't be expecting us to know how to write, which I fool them. And then two, anytime the customers don't, anytime the customer hold me there for too long, because that's what I would write. I wrote, I arrived at 7:45, scaled in, and the office staff told me to stage in the staging area and wait for a operator to come and get me for loading. So from 7:45 from 7:45 to 8:45, I waited in the staging area before they started loading me. So that way they know. So if we run over, because anything over 2 hours, like if they stage me, anything over 2 hours, then the company has to pay extra. So I make sure I document everything the minute I get there to make sure I can extract every dime humanly possible from these folks. Okay? I write the time down immediately. Exactly, but let's white people say it, then we want it as long as it is simple. Exactly. I agree with that. Yeah, so anything over 2 hours. So what they do is they'll pull a sample. They'll pull a sample from the tank, take it into the lab. Most chemical places have a lab on staff, right? Chemists. This is what chemists, if you're like a chemical engineer, this is what your job would be. But you'll be in that lab with your little lab coat on, we'll take a sample from the tank, take it in there, and then you would do the things that you need to do to analyze it, to make sure the purity of it or whatever. And if it passes the test, boom, then we can unload. But that sometimes that process could take a minute. So while I'm waiting, I make sure I write down the time, because If I stay there 2 hours, the whole process, so that's the approval process with the lab, that's the unload process, and if I'm still there after 2 hours, if I write it down and get them to sign it, then they're gonna have to pay me, and it's $36 an hour just for sitting. So they had me wait a whole hour, but luckily they got me done in 2 hours. So in 2 hours I was out of there. So I waited an hour, and dude took about 40 minutes to unload me, which was great. So I still got out of there and within the 2 hour window. But if I had to stay for 2 hours, then they had to pay me $36 for those 2 hours, plus what I was already getting to bring the load there. So I'll be trying to get them 36s out of they, you know what, because that's free money. And all it takes is just being able to write stuff down. And they be reading my stuff. They be like, man, you write? Yeah, I write everything down because I'm getting paid. These people got millions. I ain't got millions yet. And you hear I say yet. Let me take this picture right fast, so y'all pardon me. But even on this, we got a camera, so. That's what it looks like. That's the program for the camera. So now I can take pictures of the paperwork, send it in, and get paid, because today is the last day of the pay period. Saturday is the last day of the pay period. So this load will go on next week's check, even though I get paid salary over here. So I'm getting paid no matter what. So I love it. This is the first truck. This is the second trucking job I had that's salary. You can't beat this with a stick. Turn the light on, make sure I got enough light. There we go. Page 1. Page 2. Bill Lading. One more page and we're done. I accept. Next. All done. Turn this off. Boom. Turn that off now. Let's see. Well, let me see which vehicle I'm going to drive today. Got my wallet. Need my headphones. I need my cord. Let's see, what else do I need? Got my wallet. I think that's it. People. What's up? Who that? I see you. How you doing? I'm good. How you? So yeah, y'all let me know if y'all want me to put something together. I think I'm gonna drive the old school today. I'm supposed to be taking it to get the sunroof done. But But I don't even know where the guy's at, so I'm gonna have to get his address or whatever. You know what I mean? I'm gonna have to get his address. I really want to go get the AC fixed too. Hold on, let me get y'all out there. There we go. There she go. Oh. Hold on, guys. Let's do it from this way. What was that? I'm working on agriculture research stuff for you. That's what's up. There she go. My old school. She decent. Probably need to open this door. Open this door and let some of this hot ass air now. I know it's hot as hell in here. Oh. See, I got the final call, baby. Oh shit, she clean. Leave that dope crack. Yep, there she go. There my baby go. Yep, so all right guys, I'm gonna go ahead and go. I'm probably gonna turn it back on once I get to we out here now. And then of course they go my black beast right there. You dig? What? You talking? I can't hit. Let's see what that says. You taking? What? Am I taking it? Let me see. Are you taking it to the continent, or where? Or well, you'll see then. I'm definitely would like to learn more about business. I have an online business. That's what's up. We could chop it up about it because I'm trying to do the online business as well. No, I'm not taking it to the motherland. What I'm gonna do is, I used to be into real estate, so I'm gonna help my son. Get got a company. I'm gonna help my son get him a 4-unit when he get back with the GI Bill through my real estate contacts that I still have. And then most 4 units here in Chicagoland, they usually have 2 basements. So it's 2 floors here, 2 floors here. And then up on them is 2 separate basements. So we're gonna rehab those basements. He gonna live in one, I'm gonna live in the other. And then we're gonna rent those floors out, right? So usually that type of structure usually has about a 2, sometimes a 2-car garage, and we might be able to tear it down and then put a 3-car. So that way, I could put my old school there. He could put one of his cars, and then we can park the rest on like a car pad. So we'll knock that garage down, and on the side of it, we'll put a car pad, so we could put maybe 2 to 3 cars there. Then we have the garage where you could put 3 cars inside the garage. So that's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna have my car in there, He probably gonna have his car in there because he's in the old school. I forgot what he wanted, but we gonna probably try to find him what he wants, and then he'll have probably his other car because he got a car, and then I have room for my pickup truck. So when I leave America, and I'm over in Africa, my cars will be here because my son will be still here. He ain't ready to leave just yet. He want to come over and visit, hang out, have fun with us, but he ain't trying to leave just yet. So he hasn't started his world of work yet. So while he here, he could be watching my cars. So then when I fly back into town, I have him pick me up from the airport if possible, or not catch the Uber to the house, have my keys in my place. I can get in there and drive as I want. So because I'm gonna be going back and forth for the first 5 or 6 years. I'll probably do about once he get here, we do about another 2 years or 18 months. Both of the truck, my other truck will be paid for. It's 9 more payments on that one. On my yellow one, I got 18 more payments. So 18 more months, that truck will be paid for. The other one will be paid for in 9. So then once I start going over there, I don't have to work as much. I'm gonna scale back my work time to about maybe about 7 months, right? So I'm gonna do 5 months in Africa, getting the Africa projects going. So I'm gonna be there on the ground for 7 months. I mean, for 5 months. Come back over, drive for 7 months, make that bread, take it back to Sierra Leone. Okay, that's what I'm gonna be doing. So we're doing both. Look at that, it's perfect. But let me go. I'm gonna come back on if I go over here and take this guy my car because he has a YouTube channel too. So I want to promote him, brother, young brother, and you know, if he let me promote him, I'm sure he will because that's how I found out about him. Perfect. But I'm gonna come back, so y'all stick around because y'all might want to see this brother is good. He good. He do tops. He do paint. He do bumper fillers. Man, he be having some cold cars. So I don't know if y'all into the car world, but I am. So that's another aspect y'all probably don't know about me. I done had some bad cars. I done had some of the best. So I bought this from an old guy, and you know what I mean. It's got let me see before I let y'all go. I'm coming back though, but let this air out of here. See that? 37,000 miles. I gotta hook the battery up too because I disconnect the battery every time I leave town. So I gotta hook the battery back up. So I'm gonna try to go and wash it real quick so he don't have to do it, and then try to take it to him. And then I'm probably gonna catch the Uber back over here to the pickup truck. And supposed to be meeting with somebody. They want me to do some business counseling with this brother that I grew up with. He wants to start a t-shirt printing business, and I used to have one of them. So he asked me would I help him, so I told him yeah. So I'm supposed to meet him at 3 o'clock. So I don't even know where we're meeting at, but I'm gonna get him to buy me lunch or whatever, and I'll show him what he needs to know. Let me see. That's church and be back and back miles. That's church and back miles. Yeah, exactly. Let me see what they say here. Where are you headed in Africa? I'm headed to Sierra Leone. Don't you know my channel by now? Sierra Leone and Ghana. Those are the two places that we gonna plant our flag. A few folks are planting their flag in the Gambia, so we're gonna be visiting with them because I want to do some stuff over there as well. I want multiple businesses in multiple countries. In order to do that, we have to network. All that petty Annie bull got to go. We should be trying to get bread, and as much of it as we can get there and here. And I'm willing to be the spokesman for that. You know what I'm saying? I'm willing to be the spokesman. I didn't put time in learning this stuff. I've been learning this stuff over the last 25 years. And now I'm getting to the point where I feel like this is time now. You know, I done the dumb. I done had all kind of cars, rims, sounds. I done had cars stolen. all kind of stuff. So now I'm like focused, like what I need to do. Turn me on. Hey, no problem. We got you. Actually, first time listening. From Go. Oh, okay, you came from Go Black. That's what's up. Well, I got over 100 some videos up. So go through the catalog, look at some stuff. I'm sure some stuff is gonna catch your eye, and then we can go from there. But yeah, welcome aboard, and you can go to my email, gohamtrucking@gmail. Gohamtrucking@gmail, and you can send me whatever you want to talk about. If you really want some one-on-one information when it comes to this business thing, I think I'm the one that you want to talk to. I can break this stuff down to where it ain't that complicated. All you gotta do, we can set it up to like dominoes. You knock one of them down, the rest of them just start falling. You know what I'm saying? But let me go ahead and go in here, use the bathroom, and then turn my paperwork in. Come out here and hook this battery up. Call my man, see where he at, and see if he want me to bring the car now, or do you want me to bring it later, or do you want me to bring it tomorrow? What do you want me to do? And then from there, we're gonna hang out. But I'm gonna bring y'all along. This is all about blogging. Like I said, I'm gonna go use Go Black's suggestion. You should just let the people know what you're doing. So hey, y'all riding with me. That's the reason why I call this blogs. So we just whenever I turn it on, we talk about. But we know that the goal is to get out of here, go to Africa, and establish our kingdom. That's what it's about. But we'll be back in a few ticks, as they say. So peace and black power.